believe that's what we're chasing. I'm almost to work now. Like I said, it's really cold out, and you can feel it now. Like, you know, like before you couldn't feel it. Like right there, I can feel it now, missing. And that started around the same time that the breaking up did. That's why I checked everything electrical and grounds and everything. Alright, well, it's fixed. We're headed to the drag strip. So it was MSD box getting dirty power. So that's all on me. Not understanding what the underhood layout was in this car. I put it on the battery lug under the hood, and apparently that is basically fed by the alternator. Lesson learned. You know, somebody moved the battery to the back, and you know, I picked up the battery cable, not really putting much thought into it, and it was on the wrong, you know, basically the wrong side of the power wire, so it was basically being fed when the car was running by the alternator. Right now I have two temporary wires running from under the hood outside of the car through the deck lid to the battery. It's kind of funny looking, but I'm going to finish the job at home because I want to run the wire correctly and cleanly. You know, with the rest of them to the battery, so I'm going to have to pull the back seat out and stuff like that. But yeah, because of so many times I've put the GoPro in the car and, you know, floored it or whatever, and it broke up. I didn't even bring the GoPro this time. But here we are at 3,500. Clean pull to 5. Oh, I had the throttle stuck. away from the back of the alternator. And it was close enough to where when I got into it, it threw it back and it caught the throttle open. So anyway, that was a clean third gear pull to 5,500 or so, getting on the highway. Left off. I am going to get it home and run the wiring correctly after I get some food in me. Yeah, I didn't even put the GoPro in here because, you know, I just wasn't thinking about it. Man, I was excited when it didn't break up at 4,000. I don't think it was the fuel pressure regulator at all, even though the fuel pressure was stuck at 29 pounds. One thing I was saying on the way into work today was, you know, it felt like it was actually misfiring for the first time. So I hooked the timing light up to 4 or 5 of the plug wires and just watched the plug light, or the flash. And when the tach jumped and dipped down a little bit, it wasn't firing. And that was on like I checked 4 of them. So I called Holly Tech Support. I got lucky. I got a guy that has 1,000 wheel horsepower SN95 Terminator X on the phone apparently. And he walked me through everything. We checked, you know, what I've done, what I've checked. And he immediately was like, that's ignition. It's ignition breaking up. And we ran through how I ran the Terminator X power wires straight to the battery. I told him. Then he asked where the MSD was. I was like, well, it's right to this battery post under the hood. He's like, hold on, that's not a battery post. That's basically alternator wire. So we ran these temporary wires and put them on, and pretty happy. First day of test and tune at the local drag strip is tomorrow. So I really hope I get this done tonight. I would love to get out there tomorrow. There's a beautiful Mustang coming up behind me. Applying the knowledge that I learned in this class I took. I don't even remember if I put it up in a video. I took a bunch of classes for tuning. So I am super excited to apply that knowledge. I'm super excited to put a little money in the car. It's not, you know, trying to fix it. Like, I'm trying to spend a little money to go faster when I can, you know, like. More realistically, I really want to put a Cobra or hood on it. Yeah, I'm just very excited. This thing right here, I hate that thing. Don't wire your MSD box there. Apparently, it's not just a power lug under the hood. Basically, it's power from the alternator. So, at some point in the car's history, you know, the battery got moved to the back. You can see the battery cable going to the back. The alternator wire goes into this box, and it's back feeding, causing the breakup issue, which is wild. When I got the car, it had a 6 AL. Not a digital 6. but it was wired to that lug. Apparently it didn't matter. So I wired the MSD box there, or the digital sticks there, and it didn't start right away. It would only do it when it was hot. Like, it was wild, man. Like, I would not have thought that was it. But what we did, we verified it. This is obviously not permanent. Couple wire nuts, and then this is how I drove it home. Verified it. Wires going straight to the battery. So I'm gonna wire it tonight, and then hope to be on the track tomorrow. Fingers crossed. I didn't really think I'd be here again, but here we are. I got the harness coming out here, and then I'm gonna feed it up behind that panel and then to the battery over there. So yeah, I'm excited it's fixed, but I didn't expect to be this deep in the interior again before doing seat covers and stuff like that. But we're looking good. So far, knock on wood, looking good for the drag strip tomorrow. So it's not too late. So I'm gonna keep going. All right. Well, it's wired, but it's way too late to start it, and I'm not gonna put it back together without testing it. So I'm gonna finish up in the morning. Hopefully the next video is from the drag strip.